Hi and welcome back to my channel. We're back to this vlogging format because today I'm bringing you a recipe that I'm trying for the first time, and I want you to show you the process in kind of a more raw format instead of preparing everything and shooting a normal video. So we're gonna be attempting to do this recipe, which is a Spanish recipe that we eat on 6th January. So the thing is that this recipe is a little bit scary to me, so I didn't want to make a normal video pretending I know how to do it because I have no idea how to make this one. So that's why we're gonna figure it out together. I'm basically gonna be following an easy recipe that I found, so that's gonna be linked on the description of the video. So let's find a place to put you and let's start baking. Also, we still have our Christmas tree, but basically because in Spain we are still celebrating Christmas. Okay, so things. Basically, we're making an easy and faster version than usual. You would really need to let this ferment with the yeast and everything, so it really gets fluffy. But we're gonna be following this recipe, which takes a little bit less time and it's also easier to make. Basically, because if I need to deal with like sourdoughs and things like that, I get a little bit stressed. So we're gonna try to make this work. And also what I want to make, which you have probably already seen on the intro of the video, but I still don't know how they're gonna turn out, is that I want to make two small ones. One I want to fill it up with whipped cream and the other one with marzipan, because I want my boyfriend to try both because he has never tried them. So I'm gonna start. We need to infuse the milk with some orange and lemon peel, so we're gonna start with that. I mean, I'm gonna make like a normal portion, so if it's a fail, well, I'm gonna throw a lot of ingredients. By the way, also thanks to all of you who watched the cookmas, because I was a little bit nervous about posting them and most of them did really good, so I'm super happy and excited about that. And I want to bring you more content like that. I want to bring you more vlog kind of style, things like what I eat in a day, how much I spend on. That's one of my ideas for videos right now. I want it to have a lot of flavor, so I'm gonna put quite a lot of peel. But yeah, thanks a lot for the cookmas. There's one that did super bad. I'm not sure why. I don't know why you didn't like it, but I'm really grateful for the ones that you did like. So if you want to know more about my life, you want to see more vlogs, you want to just know more about my experience here in the UK, leave a comment down below and let me know what you would like to know or what you would like to see, and I'll check that too. Also, I think I told you during cookmas, and I really want to make my favorite places in London part 2, but I don't know when that's gonna be possible. But I have it in mind, like, I remember. Y cada mes penjo una recepta al seu canal en català. A friend of mine just realized that I do some videos in Catalan, and if you don't know, I post videos in Catalan in a local TV, and you can find them here in my channel. If you go to the playlist, there's a playlist that it's in Catalan and you can find the videos there. It's recipes from around Europe and I'm posting one recipe every month. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. I'm also gonna link it up here so you can check it if you want. And now we're gonna put some cinnamon. Milk is starting to bubble, so we're gonna close it. And now we're gonna start mixing other things. We're gonna start with the flour, which I'm pretty sure is not exactly the one I should be using, because it needs to be that strong bread flour, I guess. You can either use fresh yeast or dry yeast. And I don't have any of these super cool KitchenAids, so we're gonna be using my baby. I'm gonna mix this a little bit. Oh my god, this smells really good. It has even changed the color. We need to wait a little bit for this to cool down, so I'm gonna measure the rest of the ingredients. For the butter, I just realized that I don't have unsweetened one, so I'm gonna use some of this olive spread because it's salty, so I'm gonna use 20 of this and 40 of oil, because they say you can do it with oil too, so we'll see. Our milk now is warm, almost cold I would say, and we're gonna add in our sugar and a tiny bit of salt, and we're gonna go into our flour. I'm gonna start mixing and I'm gonna mix in the milk. I'm gonna put in the oil and I'm gonna leave the butter for later, because when you do it with normal butter you're supposed to wait, so I don't want to risk it and I'm gonna wait with this one too. So I'll add the oil. This is how it's looking. Add the eggs. My measurements weren't good and I added too much milk at the beginning, so I had to add more flour to make it not sticky. And now I'm gonna add the butter. The dough is already formed. I'm gonna cover it and now I'm gonna let it rest for about an hour in a warm place. And I'll see you in an hour. And I need to clean this mess. I'm back. It's been an hour and it did grow more than I expected, to be honest. So one of them is gonna be normal, so I'm gonna make the hole. And now for the other one, I wanna put marzipan inside. So I have this marzipan that I use for the flotebolle. Now I'm gonna roll this. Another thing that we do that I haven't said before, I don't know why I didn't explain this before. We hide a small figure of a king, which means that you're the king, because these cakes come with the crown in the middle, and then if you get the king, you can wear the crown, and if you get the bean, you're supposed to pay for the cake. So instead I'm gonna hide one almond, and that's gonna be our king. So I'll put it in some foil paper in here. Now I'm gonna roll this. I have them ready, they have their forms. I'm gonna let them rest for half an hour to 1 hour more. And I'll see you when I'm ready to decorate and bake them. It's been about an hour and I don't see them growing more. So I think I'm just gonna bake them and hope for the best. So first of all, we're gonna decorate them. And yeah, as you may know, I don't have a lot of things in the kitchen when it comes to utensils, so I just do it with some kitchen paper and it worked just fine for me. Now, things that go on top. We have glazed cherries and we would put things like glazed orange slices. This is how they look. So I'm in the UK and I found glazed cherries and I found this mix of peels that I think it's gonna be good enough for what we need. I mean, they look amazing. And I know that the raw dough tastes amazing, but how is the final result gonna be like? I'm so excited, to be honest. So let's bake it. So when it's a big one, like a normal one, it takes about 25 minutes at 190 to 200 degrees, or at least that's what it says. But as mine are smaller, I'm gonna put it for 20 minutes and I'm gonna keep an eye on it and check. But while I wait, I also wanted to tell you that if you've been following my Cookmas, you know about the missing box, and I still don't have it. It's 4th January today and nothing. We do know that it's supposed to be returned to Spain. My parents sent it on 16th December. It's 4th January and it hasn't even gotten here or arrived back to my parents. But again, I'll keep you updated in that on my Instagram. And you probably don't care at all about the box, but it was really important to me, so at least I want it to come even if it's not Christmas anymore. So here's our, they look delicious. This is our normal one, and now I'm gonna cut it open. I'm gonna fill it up with whipped cream. I would usually make my own, but I'm lazy. Also, I'm super stupid because I bought almonds and I completely forgot to use them to decorate. Back on. Wow. Wow! That looks so good. We have our marzipan one. Oh wow! Woo! We need to taste them too. Okay, it's not fluffy, but let's taste it. Needs more whipped cream. It's a little bit dry.
Half dough, half cream.
Yeah, that's a bit. The dough is not as fluffy as it should be, but I wasn't using the best ingredients, and also it wasn't growing anymore, so I couldn't do much more. But for being the first attempt, I think it's really good, and they look really good, and the taste is nice. Just like it's dense.
Yeah.
Side, and I put a lot. It stayed on top. This is usually my favorite one, Marzipan. Okay, so we are at the end. This looks amazing. They're obviously a little bit too dense for what it should be, but it actually worked way better than I expected. As I said at the beginning, I'm gonna link down the recipe, the ingredients, the video that I was following. All of it is gonna be down in the description of the video, and I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, because that really helps the channel. Also remember that I'm doing Movie Monday, and this Monday we started with a recipe from the Emperor's New Groove, and next Monday you're gonna have one from Brave, and you're gonna be able to vote on the Instagram polls that I'm doing every once in a while. So if you don't wanna miss that, go follow me on Instagram, and with that said, I'll see you in the next one.